So today I'm going to be talking about this file here, which is the fret end dressing file from Stewart MacDonald. It's a great file, and I'm going to give you an honest review of it, and also a way that you can make your own file if you don't want to buy it. I'm Dave with Stringing It Together, and let's dive in. So here's the Stewart MacDonald file here. As you can see, it's got a nice handle, and it's got one side that's rounded, so that can sit right against your fingerboard, and it's got another side that's flat. And I'll explain why that's useful in a moment. So what I really like about this file, and why I would highly recommend buying it, is how fine this grit is on the edge here. Now that'll give you a nice clean finish on your frets. You don't have to do any cleanup, so it'll save you lots of time. But since I like to give you a lot of different options, if you can't afford something, I'm going to show you how to make one, which works just as well. The only drawback is that you have to replace the sandpaper every now and then, and you also have to tape off your fingerboard. So I'll show you how to make that one first, and then I'll give you a side-by-side comparison. So this really only takes a couple of minutes to make. I'm going to be using a bone blank saddle for mine, and I'm not sacrificing it. I can reuse it again. I just have a bunch laying around. It's the perfect thickness, but you can also use a piece of wood cut to the right thickness, and then you're going to be doing some makeshift double-sided tape with some sandpaper, super glue, and blue painter's tape. So you're going to take a strip of blue painter's tape, line it up with the edge, and then cut it. So I'm going to be using 320 for this. It seems to work fine. Don't glue your fingers like I did. I normally have this super thin stuff for gluing frets, but I just remembered that I have this normal super glue. I'm going to use that so I don't actually glue my fingers together for the millionth time. It works better anyway. Usually by the time you cut it, it'll be dry. And you can save this strip because this will eventually wear out, and then you can use this strip. So the first advantage obviously is that you don't have to replace the sandpaper ever. You can do as many guitars as you want with this file. I've had it for years. It's never worn out on me. The other advantage is how quickly it'll wear down the fret ends here. I'm just working away a fret end that's been popping out of the wood from the wood drying out, and it works very quickly, and you also don't have to do any cleanup. As you can kind of see here, it leaves a nice shine on there. All you have to do is a little bit of buffing. So the other great thing is with this rounded edge here, you can go right along the fingerboard and you don't have to worry about it scuffing it up. So as you can see, it works very fast, and I'll show you what that flat part is in a moment, but first I'm going to show you the DIY file. So this DIY file works fairly well, and the only disadvantage really is, aside from having to redo the sandpaper, is that you have to tape off the fingerboard because the edge of that sandpaper can leave a few scuff marks. So I like to tape off the fingerboard as well as the edge when I'm dealing with that burr, at least anyway. And obviously that's going to take a little bit more time. But in terms of speed and ease of use, I'd say it's about the same. Another disadvantage is that you're probably going to have to replace that sandpaper before the end of your guitar if you're doing all the fret ends. But in terms of the finished product, it gives you a very fine finish, and you can experiment with different types of sandpaper. I'm using 320 here, but you can experiment with 400 or buffing with something higher than that. So now I'll show you what that flat side is for, or what I use it for anyway. And it's for dealing with these little burrs that can occur on the edge of a fret. So if you have those little burrs, they can be a little bit sharp, and you want to deal with those very quickly. So you can just use that flat side right against the edge. You don't want to take off too much, but that'll nick off that burr very easily and quickly. So obviously with this file, it's going to save you a lot of time because you don't have to continually refresh the sandpaper and glue something like this. But if you're outside of the States and you don't want to pay a ton of money, or you just want to get something done and you don't want to wait for it, then this is also a great option. Both work fine. And if you want to learn more about fretwork in general and how to do a proper level crown and polish, or at least maybe you've tried it and screwed it up and you're a little bit scared to do it, then I highly recommend going to the description below and downloading my free course, Foolproof Fretwork. So that'll teach you how to assess your frets, how to level, crown, and polish them in a very user-friendly and unique way. It's a way that I've specifically designed for guitar players like you who might not have a whole lot of experience with tools. You might not know what exactly to buy, what you need, what you don't need. So go ahead and download that. It's free. And don't forget to give this a thumbs up if you found it useful, and I'll see you next week.